Hey guys, it's Daira with your short and sweat workout. Today we're going to be working our upper body and our core, all right? I have two sets of dumbbells, a lighter pair and a heavier pair. 15 pounders and 5 pounders are what I'm using. If you don't have dumbbells, that's okay. You could also use a set of water bottles. You can fill them with water to keep them light. If you want to make them a little bit heavier to give you more of a challenge, fill them with sand, okay? That's a really good trick for you guys to do to increase your intensity in your home. So before we start our workout today, we gotta warm up our bodies. So I want you guys to start at the edge here. We're gonna go walking out into our plank, okay? Just to warm up those shoulders and also to get our core nice and engaged. Try to keep the heels of your hands nice and flat on the ground, and then go ahead and stand all the way back up so we get that extension. And we're gonna go back out. We're gonna do about seven to 10 of these guys. I'm gonna show you guys how you can increase the intensity of your warm-up as we continue, all right? So on this next one, if you feel up for it, let's get those shoulders a little bit more. You can go to your knees and go down into a push-up and back up. And then again, walk those hands all the way back up. This time, if you feel ready, go into that full push-up. Good, make sure you're breathing here on these too, okay? This warm-up should get your heart rate going, and we're also preparing our body for the movements for today. Good. Whew. I'm starting to sweat a little bit, okay? Today we're gonna be doing some intervals. It's gonna be 30 seconds of each movement. We're gonna rotate through that 4 times, all right? So the first movement, we're gonna use our heavier set of dumbbells. It's gonna be a pullover, okay? I'm gonna use just a single weight. So I want you to get in a position, you're gonna be laying flat on the ground, okay? When you're laying flat on the ground, I want you to think about engaging your core and pushing it down on the mat. So if you take your hand and you try to push your hand under, your hand shouldn't go under there, okay guys? So check that position and then we'll get going. We're gonna start with our arms all the way up for 30 seconds. We're gonna engage that core, push that back down on the mat, and we're gonna go back behind the head, okay? Are you guys ready? Here we go. Now for about 30 seconds of work, you should be thinking about getting anywhere from 10, maybe 15 reps. If you're getting over 15 reps, it might mean that your weight is too light. Good. Now, to make this even more challenging, okay, you could try to bring up one foot. Okay, it's harder to keep that back flat on the ground. Now, if you want to make it a little bit tougher, you can bring up both legs. Okay. All right, we're going to transition right into our next one here. Our next exercise is going to be skull crushers. So I'm going to keep that weight right here up the top, and I'm going to bend those elbows, bringing that weight to my forehead, and then extending back up. This is working the back of your arm. That is called your tricep, all right? I've trained a lot of people over the years, and a lot of women specifically love to work on their triceps because they think it's gonna make their arms look nice and strong and toned. So I like to incorporate a lot of tricep exercises into my personal workouts because you know, we all feel our best when we look our best. Good, I'm trying to get 3 more. Now again, if you want to make that challenging, you can kick those legs straight up in the air and that'll make it tougher, okay? So we're going to our next one. We're gonna flip over. We have 30 seconds planking and rowing on our right side, just like so. Okay, now I am using my heavier weight, but you can use your lighter weight on any of these exercises, okay? So see how my body's staying in a nice straight line? Good, keeping those stomach muscles engaged. My hand is directly under my shoulder. Good. Again, we're trying to get between 10 to 15 repetitions today. Okay, shake it out. We're gonna go on that left side here. Here we go. Nice strong position. Good. try to breathe out as you're pulling that weight towards you, okay? So here we're working our back muscles, working our rhomboids, our traps, and our lats. Okay, this helps us give really good posture so that we're standing and walking around all day. It's really easy for us. Good. Now, if you like to stay even, sometimes I like to count and make sure I do the both on the same side. So now we have 30 seconds of push-up and then we have our rest, okay? You can do your push-ups on your toes or you can drop down to your knees, lowering down, pushing back up. As you push your body back up, breathe out. Good, I like to keep my elbows in nice and tight. I've had years of playing basketball and my shoulders bother me sometimes, so I like to modify my push-ups. Good job, guys. Okay, we have our 30 seconds of rest, okay? Now we're gonna prepare and we're gonna go back through. Adjust the weight as you need, okay? I'm gonna try with my pullovers to keep my legs all the way up. I don't have a heavier weight at home than a 15-pounder, so grab what you need. Now, I have my smaller set, so you could grab your smaller weights and that would make this exercise a lot easier and you could focus more on your core. Okay, so if you can, your feet can be here, but we're gonna stick them up here for this round, okay? Pushing that back into the floor. Good, breathing out and pulling that weight back to the top. This one always gets my upper stomach a little sore, but I like the feeling in my back, right behind your shoulder blades, okay? Those are your lats. And this actually helps really strengthen those muscles that helps you pull. Good, keep your feet up there if you want, or you can place them back down. We're gonna go into that skull crusher. Bringing that weight down, pushing back up. Good. Now maybe both legs up in the air are a little bit hard for you. You can always just keep one up. Good, and think about squeezing your quad. So your quad is the top of your leg. Good. Next set, I'll do my right leg, okay? Good, now we're gonna flip over. We have our planks. We're gonna start on that right side again. Okay, I'm gonna show you a modification for this one too. So maybe you're not able to stay in that plank the whole time. Go ahead and go to your knees. If you're not able to get on the ground, put your hand on the chair or your couch, okay, to help you modify this so that this workout is your workout, right? So we make them short, but we make you sweat, and that's why I love doing this in my house, because then we eliminate that excuse, right? Okay, going on to that left side. Nice work, guys. Make sure, remember, you're breathing out as you pull that weight up. Okay, after this one, we're going right into those push-ups. Okay, now if you are standing up for this, get by your kitchen counter, okay? You can do push-ups on there. I'm gonna stick with my modified push-ups on my knees. Okay, keep those elbows in, push up, and breathe out. Good work, guys. We have our 30 seconds of rest after this. All right. Okay, we got our 30 seconds. Rest in here. Let's prepare. We got round 3, all right? So again, stay at your same weight. Increase if you need to. Maybe grab both of your bigger dumbbells if you guys are able. Okay, I'll show you with my lighter dumbbells how you can hold it 2 in one hand. And maybe if you're lucky, I'll even show you a next step to make it harder, okay? So now I have my 2 weights. We're going into our pullovers again, guys. We're working those lats. Here we go. Okay, remember, my back is pushing down into the mat. Now, I'm giving you that next step. All right, guys, so my hands are up. I'm gonna drop one leg down. Good, bringing it back forward. You can alternate legs. This is gonna give your core and your arms just that one more of a challenge. Good job, guys. Okay, we're gonna go back into those skull crushers. Okay, you can bring those arms down, give them a rest a little bit. Your back might start to feel it a little bit. Okay, go into those skull crushers here. Sometimes I like to do them with 2 separate dumbbells like this, because can you see how I can go a bit further past my head? That takes your muscles through the full range of motion, okay? So when you take your body through full ranges of motion, it provides an opportunity for you to gain a lot of strength. We have to stress out those muscles so they can grow and we can become stronger. Good, last one. Okay, we're flipping over into our plank. Now, just like I've been doing, I'm gonna show you a way that you can make it harder, okay? So you're gonna row up, twist up, all right? We're gonna stay just on that right side for 30 seconds. Good job, guys. Remember, if you need to, stay just at that row, right? Okay, this is your workout. Adjust your weights as you need it. And you guys, you know what? This one is actually really hard with no weight, okay? Good. Switching sides. Oop, there goes my water. Almost there. Okay, we got our 3rd set of push-ups. Okay, and then we got our rest. I'm about ready for a drink break. Okay, get ready. All right, keep those hands in just right outside the shoulders. Stay on those knees if you need to. Remember, you can go up to your toes. Okay, wherever you're at, maybe you're on the counter. Maybe you've upgraded to the coffee table, a little bit lower to the floor. Good job, guys. I used to do these on the stairs in my house, especially after I had my 2nd baby. I always was looking for things to do to kind of give myself a little uplifting beat. Exercise is such a great endorphins and helps you feel really good, so that's why I like to do it at my house, because sometimes I don't have a lot of time as a mom and I work, so I try to make it really easy for myself to get in a couple workouts here. All right, we're gonna go back to pullovers, all right? It's our last round. Here we go. Legs up or down, whichever you choose, okay? Okay, this might be where you're at. Okay, now, I'm only gonna do a couple of these because these are really hard, but I'm gonna show you the next modification. Okay, now you're going all the way down and back up. Okay, it's really hard to keep that low back down on the floor. Okay, but it's a really easy way to modify that exercise. Skull crushers, here we go. Good. Now your triceps are pushing muscles. So pushing muscles in your body are like your chest muscles. You know, your shoulders push. So you want to make sure if the job is to push, you're going to breathe out when you're pushing. So big breath out. There you go. Okay, we're going right into that row. Okay, change weights if you need to. I'm going to stick with my light weights. You might be right here. Maybe you're here. Good job, guys. Okay, we can't forget that left side here. We're almost done. Good, switch sides. Oh, man. Good, you could do this one on your knees too, just to let you know. I prefer to do it on my feet. Good, last one here. Okay, we got our push-ups. Get ready, shake out those arms. Here we go. Okay, keep those hands in, lowering that chest down, big breath out, pushing up. Good job, guys. Ooh, my arms are burning. Whew. You guys, we made it through our first upper body part today. Grab a quick drink. Okay, we're gonna move into our finisher. So in our finisher, I want to try to give you guys some more abdominal work, but also with the abdominal work that's floor work, we're gonna be doing some side planks, so it's also gonna be working your arms and shoulders. And then, you know, a muscle we forgot to work on is our biceps. So you can go ahead and stay down on your mats, grab a quick drink. We got about 5 seconds here. We're gonna go into our side plank. I like to put my elbow on the floor, or forearm, okay? Your elbow's directly under that shoulder. Okay, you can bring your arm just like this. An easy modification right here is go ahead and drop that lower knee. Okay, just like so. We're gonna hold it for 30. Sometimes people like to put their arm up like so. Okay, because we're working our upper body, might as well get the most out of it, right? Good, almost there. All right, and we're gonna switch over to the other side. Okay, so quickly on that forearm, going on our left side, you could be here. Okay, remember that modification, you can drop that bottom knee down towards the floor. Good, the trick is to try to keep those hips up. Sometimes I see people dropping their hips in like this. You know, that's actually gonna hurt your back a little bit. So think about engaging that core, holding that stomach in. Good job, guys. Okay, now we're gonna quickly get into our upright position. We're gonna stand up on those feet. And I wanna challenge you guys to grab your heavier set of weights, okay? We only have 3 rounds of this. We're gonna curl our weights, okay? And press up over your head. Good. There you go, so we're pushing. So here actually we're pulling with our biceps, we're pushing with our shoulders. Okay, remember I talked to you guys about there's a job that your muscles have, right? And it's our job as the owners of these bodies, right? To make sure that we're using it and strengthening it in a good way. Last one here. Okay, and we're gonna go back down in to our side plank. Here we go. Good job. Try to let that heart rate come back down. Okay, my heart rate got really high when we were doing those plank rows and those max push-ups, right? So as many push-ups as you can do in 30 seconds. Okay, almost there. Switch sides. Perfect. Nice and straight and strong. This is our second round of this one. If you feel like you're up for it, you can go ahead and pick up that top leg. That makes it a little bit harder. Okay, hold them like this. In this last round, I'm even gonna show you guys how you can use your light weights or maybe your water bottles to make the exercise a little harder for you, okay? Here we go, we're standing up. I'm gonna grab my water bottles here. We're gonna use these for this round and my last round. So again, we're curling, pressing, okay? Notice how I'm keeping my elbows in pretty tight. A big mistake I see a lot of people doing is really flaring their arms out, okay, like that. No good, guys, bring them in tight. That reduces your risk of injury, okay? When you have a healthier, stronger body, right? Your body feels good and you wanna do more things, okay? So I'm gonna show you guys how you can use these weights even on your side plank. You can be here, you can be holding that weight up in the air. Okay, really working those shoulders. This is our last round. Come on, guys. You got this. Grab that weight. Okay, I would suggest grabbing your lighter weight. Good job. Keep that breath. Perfect. You got this, guys. Good. Flipping sides. There we go. Back on that elbow, forearm, arm up. Notice how it's in a nice straight position here. I want to just restate that elbow needs to be right under your shoulder, okay, to keep that shoulder safe. Good. Perfect, almost there. Whew. If you want, maybe for that last 5 seconds, lift that leg. Can you do it? Yes, you can. Okay, here we go. All right, back up. Whew. Last set of curl and press. There we go. Keep that stomach engaged too. So, you know, even when we're doing standing exercises like this, people don't think they're really working their core, when in fact, you are. Okay? Having a strong core means to be able to walk, move, go about your daily life so that you can move and feel good. All right? Whew. Last one. You guys, you did it. Your upper body workout. Way to go, guys. Don't jet out of here. I want to make sure we do a little stretch, okay? So we actually worked a lot of our triceps and our chest. So those are those pushing muscles I was talking about. I want to make sure we stretch those. So I want you guys to give me a high five all the way up in the air. Airmail, okay? Now give yourself a pat on the back. Good job today, okay? Take your opposite hand and push that back and down. So you'll see it looking just like this. Patting myself. Good. So often I see that people aren't able to open up right here. I want you to focus on trying to really open up that shoulder and feel that stretch through our tricep. Good. About 10 more seconds. You got this, guys. I mean, this is the easy part. Okay. Here we go. Let's shake that out. Shake them out. Now let's take that left hand up in the air. High five. Airmail. Good. Give yourself a pat on the back. Good, and let's push that shoulder, or push that elbow back. Good, again, it looks like so. Good, and here it is, nice and open, okay? Try to really get that position back there. Sometimes if I see people with limited range of motion like that, you can even use a towel, and you can have the towel in your hand and pulling it back. Just because this muscle can get very tight, right? And that doesn't feel good. Right, shake it out. You guys, your biceps are gonna be so huge tomorrow, I know it. Thank you for joining me for your workout, and we'll see you real soon.